As the name suggests, to us at Wild Frontiers, central India comprises a region at the centre of the country, south of the Ganges Plain, east of Gujarat and Rajasthan, and anything north of Bangalore and Chennai.
And for me, in Mumbai and the famous gateway to central India, this is one of the most fascinating and often overlooked parts of the country. Most of the visitors to this region will be coming to see tigers at one of Madhya Pradesh's many reserves, and for good reason, as the parks at Bhandavgar, Kanha and Pench are among the very best in the country. But this region has a lot more to offer than just tigers. For a start, there are more UNESCO World Heritage sites in central India than any other part of the country, perhaps the most famous being the erotic temples at Khajuraho. Most people know Khajuraho for the erotic temples, the temples carved from the Kama Sutra, but they only represent 10% of the overall carvings here. And I think what gets you about this place is not so much those, although they are amazing and quite extraordinary, but it is really the scale of the craftsmanship here, the thousands and thousands and thousands of beautifully intricate carvings. It really is one of the most extraordinary places I've ever seen.
From Khajuraho, there's a wonderful route through the fascinating town of Orchha, packed with its magnificent ruined temples and palaces, to Gwalior. Not only is this the location of one of the most magnificent forts in all India, it's also home to some fairly curious trinkets.
Right now I'm in the dining hall of the Maharaja of Gwalior, and I've just seen the most brilliant dinner service design. That's a solid silver train pulling decanters, which of course would be filled with wine or spirits, and then carried along the railway track on the table. How cool is that?
From Gwalior, you can head south to Bhopal, a place best known for the 1984 Union Carbide disaster, but one that is in fact a fascinating city with a pretty old town and some great sights, including the World Heritage Buddhist stupas at Sanchi. Heading further south, you come to the World Heritage Rock Shelters at Bhimbetka, site of some of the oldest rock art anywhere in the world, before visiting the quirky former British hill station of Panchmari and Satpura National Park. From here, you can either take a train down to Aurangabad to see the ancient Buddhist caves at Ellora and Ajanta, or fly to one of India's truly must-see towns, Hyderabad, capital of Andhra Pradesh. Hyderabad is a place renowned for its palaces, its pearls, and its chicken biryanis. It's also home to the family that were the richest in the world. In fact, according to Forbes, the 6th Nizam of Hyderabad was the 5th wealthiest person of all time, with an estimated wealth at today's levels of over $200 billion.
What's amazing about this place is that it's now a hotel. The Taj Group did a deal with the descendants of the last Nizam and took a 65-year lease and have now turned it into what is, in my opinion, not only the most amazing heritage property in India, but probably in the world.
And if that isn't enough, from here you can travel through the 15th century kingdom of Bijapur, home to some stunning architecture, including the second largest dome in the world, and onto the rock-carved temples at Badami, Padadakal and Hampi, before hitting the beaches at the iconic traveller destination of Goa. We have a number of group tours that travel through the region, with a passage to India starting in Mumbai, heading through Ellora and Ajanta, the stunning riverside fortress hotel at Ahilya, as favoured by Mick Jagger no less, and on north to Kashmir. The land of the Kama Sutra links Gwalior, Orchha, Khajuraho and Varanasi with Calcutta, but perhaps the most in-depth group tour is our Heart of India trip, which really ticks all the boxes: Bhopal, Satpura, Hyderabad and Goa. And of course, back in our offices in London and Delhi, we have specialist travel planners that can help you create the most perfect Central India tailor-made experience.
With the exception of Mumbai, Goa
and the tiger parks, few people visit this region. And in a way, that's a real shame because there's so much to see. Although varied, there is some of the nation's best accommodation, some of the most interesting cuisine, great wildlife, and some of her most stunning views. But this is also one of the great attractions, as for the committed Indophile, Central India is one of travel's best kept secrets.